we are going to be checking out this lovely Fiskars Tree Pruner. It is a 16-foot beauty, lovely extension pole that stays extended. So we're going to see how well this puppy works and how difficult it is to
Why do you call
operate.
Why do you call it a puppy?
Well, I could call it a kitten, but I don't know, puppy just seems better.
I mean, why don't you just call it what it is, a tree pruner?
Alright, we got this very impressive blade that is not connected to the little piece yet. And you'll loosen this to hold it in place. Okay, swivel that puppy up. Oh, meaning puppies. I'm sorry. This blade will need to be swiveled.
Please don't use puppy anymore.
You're killing me. This little kitty needs to come up here. Oops, now.
All right.
And chop my fingers off.
Okay, so how long is this rope? Take that off for me. Yeah, I'll hold it. Dang, nice and long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty substantial.
For the time being, let's take this blade off and just test out the pruner part. Okay.
Oh, like you do take it off?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
It just has this little wing nut, actually.
I'll hold this while you
loosen that. Just take it right on off. Okay. Just comes on off.
No, put that back on.
That's where it chops stuff right there.
Oh.
But yeah, this has a hook design. It's supposed to make it easier to cut. We'll test that out later.
Does it keep you from the blade from slipping off?
Yeah.
Or something?
Yep. We'll see how effective that is.
Yeah. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is weigh it to see how much it weighs, because holding that puppy up above your head.
Just never mind.
We're gonna weigh this tool and see how
this is gonna
heavy it
be
is.
hard to edit.
So,
okay.
will you let me start over?
No, just go.
Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna weigh this saw to see how much it weighs, because you gotta hold that up above your head a bit. And then we're also gonna extend it to see if it's actually the full length that it
claims to be.
Claims
16 feet.
16 feet.
And it's made out of, what is it? This is aluminum, I think.
So that's supposed to make it lighter.
This is plastic.
This is fiberglass.
That's fiberglass. So it's made out of different materials.
But they're all fairly lightweight.
Yeah, it feels lightweight right now, but we're gonna let's actually go weigh it and see what it is. Put it on the scale. Let's see. So it weighs about 4 pounds, 0.15 ounces. Okay, so is it 16 feet as it claims?
Technically, yes.
So that head, top of the head.
Yeah.
But then if you include the blade, then we're getting about 16 feet. Notice how long the rope is. My Lord. This thing. Jeez. The rope comes down almost to the... Dang, it comes down to all the way to the base of the contraption.
This puppy didn't come with any instructions. So we're like flying by the seat of our pants.
There's no instructions, not even on the packaging?
No, we're not. Not for this, how to do this.
Okay.
But if you pull it across and really tighten it, it's got like a notch here. And pull it really tight. And then pull it across and tighten it. When you can shorten it to the length you need. Like if you don't need the whole pole extended, you're not going to need all this rope.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm guessing that's what that is.
So we got a chain here, it looks like. A chain instead of a rope. That's one of the features that makes this one more durable and more expensive. Titanium blade, it says. And it's got I know most of these they're round, the pole is round, where this is more of an oval shape, which is supposed to make it not sway as much when you have it fully extended. And we'll have to test that out too, see what I think of that. Saw blade, sharp, very sharp. Okay, so demonstrate how to retract it, how to, like you're gonna put it up for the winter.
Okay. This pops off.
That pops off.
And then you push the button
Push
down.
that.
And that supposed to release the little piece inside it locked.
Uh-huh.
And then you just slide it.
You slide it.
Like say you only want it to go that length.
Yeah. You got little holes here.
Yep, so that's your next
Just
length
to
to
set
shrink
it
it.
to different lengths.
And then you close this. This is the release for the little button section.
Mm-hmm.
So you open this, push this down, and then slide it to your desired length. You'll hear it snap.
Okay.
And then you'd lock that again.
All right.
You just do the same with both ends. This does the same.
So that slides pretty easily, or you gotta put a little bit of muscle into it, don't you, to get it?
A little bit.
Let's see how a grown man, how easy it is for a grown man to do this. See if it's as hard for me. So I'm not having too much difficulty myself to pull it apart. Now, if you're of average strength, it shouldn't be too hard. Locks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my lord. Woo! There's only one way to put the blade on so you can't mess it up. Lift your head up a little bit, take the square piece and slip it into the notch, and then flip it down. And then you're going to take your wing nut and secure it.
Alright, this storm we had the other night broke one of our branches down, but it didn't tear it off all the way. So the very first test with this device, I'm going to use the blade and try to finish cutting it down, get it out of the way. So, it goes nothing. Okay.
Boom.
That was pretty easy. Okay, the thing feels fairly sturdy when it's fully extended, but you can see there is still quite a bit of wobble in the pole.
Whoa.
Okay,
Nice.
making progress, getting some of these limbs off of the house. Now I'm going to attempt to get up some of these ones real high up. I might have to break out the ladder too. We're going to see if I can reach them with this thing. Here we go. Keep in mind I'm 6'5". One, so I can't reach, I'm not able to reach the top there. I'm gonna have to get on a ladder to get the rest of them. Oh, here she goes. You ready?
That's because of the sun.
She's going to attempt to cut down that branch right there. Is it too tall? You need to shorten it some?
No, it's the sun now.
Sun's in your eyes.
I need to stand.
She needs to stand in the bush, but she can't. So she's going to have to use all of her skill set.
Up close?
You need to go higher.
That's not the
A little higher, about 5 inches higher.
That thing is top heavy. Oh my god.
What'd you think? Was that easy
It
or?
was easy to do. But once it cuts, that thing is free. So you really got to have a good grip on it when you pull it and hold it steady.
Right.
Yeah, I think that'll actually be a good one. Oh, look, we have our chaperone.
I'm getting ready to test out the blade now. Saw. So we're going to take off this thing right here. Correct?
Yep.
There we go. Watch the cat.
I know, he's moved to the front. Smart kitty.
This thing is supposed to be able to cut up to 1 1/4 inch diameter. So we're getting ready to test it out on this branch. See how easily it can cut. So that's right there is probably about 1 inch maybe. So no problem cutting that. Let's move here. That's probably about 1 1/4 inches there maybe. No problem. Let's go about right there. No problem. All right, now that's about 1.5 inches there. Can cut that. So yeah, it can do about 1.25 inches. As long as you can get it up in there, you can pretty much cut it. Very, very sharp blade. The whole idea of this thing being so long, 16 feet, is so you can stand on the ground and just reach it up, grab it like this. But it helps if you have a nice ladder like this, and then you can, it's actually easier to do. You can get a little bit of distance up here and then go at it like this. So you don't have to wobble this thing up in the air so much. To me, that makes it a little easier. But I'm gonna try it both ways here, just for the fun of it. Again, if you're on your feet, then this thing's easier to adjust. You know, you just sort of pull it, and you can adjust it. Or when you're on the ladder, doing it with one hand, it's very difficult. So it's not really made, I don't think, for you to get on a ladder, but.
No.
You can get up higher, you know, if you really need to go up high, you use a ladder like this and you can really get up there. Time for the final analysis. I'm going to give this product about an A-. Now it's made for, I would say, light to medium duty. Don't think this is a heavy duty thing that's you're going to go out like for landscaping and on a business. And you know, nah. This is just like something you're going to break out of the garage, maybe use it 2 or 3 times a year or something. One thing I would advise, it says it can do 1 inch to 1 1/4 inch size diameter branch. I wouldn't go over 1 inch because you're liable to break the whole mechanism. You can really tell it struggles. Even though it fits up in there, 1 1/4 inch, just use the saw. The saw is really sharp, really impressed with that. That cuts really good. It opens and closes. I don't have any problem with it, you know, locks. One thing about this, you know, the cord, like I said earlier in the video, I don't know whether I'll edit it out or not, but you can use this from the ground. It's really made for standing on the ground, and then you can see. This is the annoying thing. This end piece, because you got to keep adjusting it. So, because it's hard to pull it like this. You can, but it's much easier to use this piece. So you got to like see about where you're going to get, and then take the cord, go like that, so you can get a lot more more grip on the. We got a little more grip on the string to pull.
More tension.
More tension. See how it slipped out there. It's supposed to stay in place, but when you pull it, you know, you put a lot more pressure into it. But I found that getting on a ladder and getting up a little higher, then you don't have to extend the thing out as much. Works better. So when you have to extend this all the way out, it's a little wobbly. It's a little hard to see when you're doing the branches because all the leaves in the way.
It was a little hard to do this at first, but once he had played with it a bit, loosened up, it was easy to move up and down. I didn't use the blade, so I can't comment on that, but I did use the pruner part, and I was quite impressed. It was really easy for me to just give a nice tug and it was done. I didn't do any gigantic, close to 1 inch type branches. But the only thing I noticed is once I cut the branch and it didn't have the branch to lean on, this was really heavy, so I had to make sure I had a nice steady grip so it didn't fall and hit the house or anything. But otherwise, I was pretty impressed. Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
So, would you still call it a puppy? One last thing is I was getting ready to put this up. You know, the saw was extended like that. It would have been nice if they would have included a little plastic case to put the blade in. It's so sharp. But I wouldn't leave it hanging up like that in the notch. I would just let it hang down like that and tighten up the wing nut and lean it or hang it up like that. But just keep in mind that's really sharp. But it would have been, like I say, nice if they would have included a plastic case.
Nice safety feature,
For the
yeah.
blade. It's just so super sharp. You got it way up here hanging somewhere, and you get it down, it swings like that, and you got somebody else in the
'cause
garage
it's
with you,
loose.
and it swings and hits somebody in the face. That's gonna cut you. So, oh well. They can improve on that with the next model.